Brittany Bowser.
Don't be embarrassed. You obviously have a pretty voice. My suggestion to you is just watch your song choices, because sometimes we pick songs we like to hear, and then maybe they're not. But no, you have a nice voice. I'm not by any means saying anything bad about it, because you sound good. I'm just saying I could see you singing something more melodic that might bring you across better and you wouldn't be as nervous, because I can tell you were a little nervous. So if you make it through the finals, pick something that you really, really feel comfortable with, that you're completely on top of your game, okay?
I agree with Eric on that. Very nice voice, though. Very good job. Good work.
Just one thing I noticed, I understand the nervousness. Watch what you're doing with your hands, because basically what you were doing is you were taking your microphone, and when you switch hands, your other hand, apparently your comfort spot is putting your hand on your stomach. So just watch, maybe move it around a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay? Good job.
Good job, though. And we're proud of you. Thank you, Brittany.
Your next performer is Brittany Trithorn. She is being accompanied by Kendra. She is a sophomore, and she is performing Christina Perry's Jar of Hearts. She has performed in 100 Years of Broadway and Schoolhouse Rock Live. Her most memorable performance was her solo in 100 Years of Broadway and being Uncle Sam in Schoolhouse Rock Live.
She's the daughter of Jennifer and Michael Trithart, and her siblings are Abigail, Hannah, and Matthew. Her hobbies include bowling, singing, church, cross country, lessons with Mrs. Crossley, and hanging with friends and family. Her future plans are to graduate high school and college, pursue a career in culinary and in singing. She wants to give a shout out to her family, parents, friends, and siblings. She also wants to give a shout out to her Aunt Jane to say she loves and misses her. And here is Brittany.
Asking me. Don't come back at all. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Brittany, you were cute as a button. You just need an applause for that, because I was like, she's so cute.
Thank you.
But on top of that being said, that song was very appropriate for your voice. You didn't have to push, you didn't have to strain, and I could tell you were comfortable. Like I told the other contestants, please, you guys have that whole stage up there. Walk, work your audience, it's gonna get you points. But very good job, and you are great with harmonies too. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
One thing that I noticed that I probably would have rather had you do, because you seem to be a little nervous, fidgety when you're singing, and I would probably put you on a stool so you can feel more comfortable and you don't have to move. Because if you don't want to move from one spot, it's best to be stationary. You can sit on a stool because it's a slow song,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be totally appropriate. So maybe if you get through and you decide to sing another slow song, maybe put yourself on a stool in a spotlight.
Good job.
Thank you.
Harmonies were very nice, and I know you were dealing with some hum or something up there, so good job getting through that without letting it rattle you.
Thank you.
Good job, sweetie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Jared Stack and Ashley Umbaugh singing Stay by Rihanna. Jared is a senior this year. He has been in 8 chorus concerts, 3 years of vocal ensemble, 13 music festivals, and 2 musicals, including Cinderella's Last History and 3.5 Musketeers. His most memorable moment was moving on from Region Chorus and 2 years in a row.
Ashley is a freshman. Her history performing is she was a pageant winner, age 7, and she's performed in both festivals, the Worthington Carnival, and in the middle school talent show. Her most memorable performance was winning the Miss Princess prize, and her most embarrassing moment was squealing at the Canadian Festival last year.
Here's Jared and Ashley.
All along it wasn't easy, but you're the broken one when I'm the only one who needed saving. 'Cause when you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us is caving. Not really sure how I feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. I want you to stay.
All right, guys, nice job. If you guys make it through and you decide to do that again, you sing a little bit more too. I heard a whole lot of her, not as much of you, and you have a really nice voice, especially your upper tones, the tenors. And I want to say something to the audience and to everybody as well. It's not easy getting on stage. I've been doing it for, I don't want to tell my age here, but more than 43 years. So, it's not easy. And everybody here tonight, whether you win or go through or whatever happens, you're all stars. Because you had the bravery to get up there and do it, and I'm proud of what you did. Good job, Adrian.
One thing I think you need to concentrate on singing as a duet is you need to sing to each other. You need to interact with each other, especially on a song where it's suggesting what you do. The tones of both your voices was perfect. Just work on your presentation, okay?
Definitely agree with Paul on that. A little more interaction between you because you have two really nice voices and really good job.
Even if you turn to one another, and don't even worry about the audience, lose yourself in the moment, sing to each other. But definitely good job, both of you.
Thank you.
Or 10-minute intermission, so get up, stretch, walk around, and visit. Be back here at 8:06. Well, I'm going to tell a few jokes while we wait. Thanks, Mom. I really appreciate my mother coming out to support for me. While we wait for our third judge. Hannah, did you hear about the guy who got hit in the head with a can of soda?
No, Nate, I didn't.
He was lucky it was a soft drink. Oh, you know, I'm reading this new book. Yeah, it's about anti-gravity. It's pretty hard to put down. I had a cousin who drove his expensive car into a tree last week. Now he knows how a Mercedes bends. I lost my missing watch yesterday. I was going to look for it, but I couldn't find the time. So, how's everyone enjoying the show? All right. So, I have a friend and he asked this girl to prom, and she said no. So he comes into school the next day and asks the girl to prom again. She says no. Comes into school the third day, asks the girl to prom again. She says, no, I don't really know you, take me on a date first. So, he takes her out on a date, and they go to the movies. They see a movie, he buys her popcorn, he buys her a drink, and They have a good time. Comes into school the day afterwards, it's a Friday, and goes, "You want to go to prom with me now?" She goes, "All right, I'll go with you, I had fun on our date." So they wait for prom to start, and he has to get his suit, and he has to get his tie, he has to get his shoes and his pants, and she has to get her dress and her hair done and her makeup. So it comes to the day of prom, and they go home from school early, and he gets dressed, he puts his tux on, his dress shirt, he puts his pants on, does his belt, puts his shoes, ties his shoes on, and she does her hair and puts her dress on, and they go to prom, and they get pictures taken at Grand March and walk at Grand March, and they get to prom, and they dance for about an hour, and they get kind of thirsty, and they go to get a drink, and there's a long line for water, and they go up for the punch, and there's no punch line. Hannah, what's a prisoner's favorite punctuation mark?
I don't know, Nate.
It's a period. It marks the end of his sentence. All right, finally, you don't have to hear me tell jokes anymore.
Yay!
Now's the time for us to introduce our beautiful panel of judges. First, we have Eric Hawthorne. Eric began his professional career in 1996 after auditioning for the Busch Gardens, Tampa, Florida, and being flown there to begin performing for Anheuser-Busch inside and outside the park. Afterwards, he moved on to performing for production shows as well as his own solo show for cruise lines such as Carnival, Celebrity, and the Royal Caribbean. Afterwards, he moved on to performances at Heinz Hall, the Benedum Center, Cumberland Theater, and in lead roles for Jesus Christ Superstar, Big River, and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. More recently, he has performed for Harrah's and Rio casinos in Las Vegas and New Orleans. He now teaches vocal and dance lessons as well as performing for specialty venues.
Next, we have Paul Wright. Paul Wright is a lifelong resident of Katanning and a 1987 graduate from Katanning High School. Paul earned his bachelor's degree in Human Services from the University of Pittsburgh, where he also concentrated on studies in musical and theater. In 2002, Paul founded the Armstrong Community Theater, which is still entertaining residents today. You should check out a show. Paul Wright.
Next, we have John Werner. John was born and raised in Katanning. He is a 1986 Katanning alumni. He has an extensive background in music. He has toured the country with several bands recorded in Seattle and written several online blogs and articles on music. Mr. Werner has CDs released in New Zealand, Slovenia, and Canada. He currently works for the Pittsburgh Tribune Review, and in his spare time he enjoys watching sports, especially the Steelers and the Penguins. John Werner.
We also want to give a special thanks to our principal, Mr. Rummel, our assistant principal, Dr. Fisher, our technical coordinator, Mr. Kavanaugh, and of course, Mr. Jake Martin.
We'd like to open up after the intermission with Anita Young and Summer Young doing a vocal duet of Down to the River to Pray by Allison Cross. Anita is a senior, and she picked this piece because it is a well-known song that both her and Summer like. She has performed in chorus since the 6th grade, 2 years in county chorus. She's performed in district chorus and the 2010 and 2011 Christmas Variety Show. Her most memorable performance was her district chorus performance in 2010. The most embarrassing thing for her was forgetting her lines in the 2010 KHS Variety Show. Her parents are James and Rose Young and Colleen Luffy. Her siblings are Summer, RJ,